Welcome to WordPress Daily, your daily interactive podcast with all things WordPress. This is episode number 7, GDPR, WordPress 4.9.6. Hey guys, welcome to the show today. Today we dive into a very somewhat controversial topic, and that is GDPR, which is the new European Union privacy law that goes into effect on the 25th of May. That is this coming Friday. And WordPress, prior to that, over the weekend, I think, or Friday, released the new update to WordPress, which is 4.9.6, which addresses the GDPR requirements with a update to WordPress. So we're going to take a dive into that today on this show. But before we do that, we want to tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do. Once again, my name was Tom Mullins, and WordPress Daily is a show from the TechMerge Podcasting Network. You can find more information about TechMerge at techmerge.net. You can also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/techmerge. You can check us out and follow us on Twitter at techmergenet. You can also find us on YouTube, and all of our shows and content is available on YouTube at the TechMerge channel. So visit us on all of those great social media sites and subscribe to us to find each and every bit of our daily content that we have coming out each and every day as part of the TechMerge Podcasting Network. Now, guess what? You can go to patreon.com/techmerge and contribute to the TechMerge Podcasting Network. Any contribution in any amount would be greatly appreciated, and we really appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching our show and for this episode. And it is, once again, episode number 7. We take a look at the new European privacy law that goes into effect on May 25th called GDPR. And basically this privacy law basically requires that certain specifications, certain things are met if you do any business with anybody that's in any of the European Union countries. So you got to have a certain privacy statement and certain requirements regarding your privacy statement. You also have to have the ability to delete all user data, and also an ability for that user to request all of the data that you have on them. And the update to WordPress that dropped over the weekend was 4.9.6, and it addresses a lot of those GDPR issues. So I've got our developmental version of WordPress up and running here. And as you can see, I have not updated it yet to the new release. So we're going to go ahead and do it live on the show. And then we're going to take a look at some of the enhancements and changes that are available within this update. So we're going to go ahead and update now. And it really honestly shouldn't take us very long to do so. And we will go ahead and click the Update Now button again. And it's in the process of going out there, pulling down that update and installing it on our WordPress development site, which is using the Aveda theme. So once it updates, it won't take us too long. We'll dive into some of the new GDPR requirements that and features that are included in this version of WordPress. So we'll give it just a couple more minutes, hopefully, to install. And while we're doing that, I want to tell you a little bit about one of our other shows on the TechMerge Podcasting Network. And it is the TechMerge Bits and Bytes podcast. It is a monthly podcast that I host along with my co-host, David Bowling, and we dive into church technology for churches, economical solutions to bring the latest technology to your church or your ministry. That's what we're all about at the TechMerge Podcasting Network. We focus on merging technology, and faith. So back to the 4.9.6 install. As you can see, it is completed. It is some minor improvements, but it also includes a lot of features around the new privacy law. So we've got it installed here, and I've only actually used it one other time on another site. So let's see how this works. I'm not going to go through and look at each individual feature of the update, but it is there. And let's go back and reload the admin so the new features will begin to show up. And most of those features are available under Settings and Privacy. And let's say we need to create a privacy policy, which is really the first process that we need to do in adhering to this new law. And the great thing about this update to WordPress is it kind of gives you a starting point, a group of privacy rules to start from. So since we don't have a privacy page on this demo site, we're going to go ahead and create one. So we'll create a new page. And by default, we'll call it Privacy Policy. And guess what? Well, the site already pre-populates some basic content to help you adhere to the new law. As you can see here, the page kind of has some content already in there. Now, you're going to have to customize it. Now, keep in mind, here at TechMerge, we are not attorneys. We are not lawyers. We're not giving you legal advice. My suggestion is that you, if you run a site and that you need to be compliant with this new European Union policy and privacy laws, that you hire an attorney, you do your research, you figure out what you need to do to be in compliance. We can't really tell you what those are, but we can definitely at least show you the features that are built into WordPress to help you be more compliant and more likely to be compliant. And that is a basic template that you use for creating a privacy policy. So we're going to go ahead and create that. And I'm not customizing it in this show. We could go on forever to customize the privacy policy, but at least it gives you a starting point based on what the requirements are, as well as the features and functions within WordPress. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we're going to go ahead and save that privacy policy out. And once we've saved the privacy policy out, that page has been created on our site. Now we do need to link it to our site. And we're not going to do that within the show, but it's simply just adding that to the navigation system within WordPress. Pretty simple to do. So let's take a look here and dive in to the additional features that are part of the privacy area. And we're going to tell it to use that page, and we have. And it tells us right here to update your menus. Well, we'll go ahead and just do it. So we'll update our menus to include the new privacy policy. Probably not the way we would do that in this particular case. So maybe we won't dive into it in this show because of just time. But the additional tools that are available within the Tools menu and Export Personal Data. And this allows your users to export, or you to export all of the data that you have within your WordPress site on those particular users. And then allows you to email those over to that person if you're receiving a request. You can simply put in their username or their email address and send the request. It will send an email out to them. They need to confirm that email that they did make that request. And once they do, you can process each one of these personal data requests. Okay, so that is one of the features within the update to WordPress. The other feature is erase personal data. Basically the same thing. If you have a particular user that was created, you would type in the username, you would send the request, it would receive an email. You'd have to approve that request that you're legitimately who you are. You wouldn't want someone to go in and type in your email address or your username, and it would just erase your data erroneously. It will send you a confirmation. You confirm the request, then it will show up here, and that you process that request and remove all of the data that you have on that particular user within your WordPress installation. So really it helps you be compliant by erasing personal data, give them the option of downloading their personal data, and also help you construct your privacy policy to be in compliant with the new European policies, GDPR. Now there will be a lot of additional things that will come out as we continue to learn more about GDPR, how it's going to actually be enforced by the European Union and the courts within the European Union, and how it's going to be impacting American sites and WordPress and other sites. And I'm sure we're going to see some revisions as time goes on. So this is kind of a quick look into the new version of WordPress, which was 4.9.6, which has some additional new features to help your site become compliant with the new European GDPR rules that go into effect on May 25th. Thank you so much for watching this episode of WordPress Daily. Each and every day, Monday through Friday, we will air a brand new episode. This was episode number 7. We take a look at WordPress 4.9.6 GDPR. I'm Tom Mullins. Have a blessed day.